Night falls over Dubai, and the skyline still glows with the same dazzling lights that once symbolized stability, wealth, and global connection. The towering silhouettes of glass skyscrapers reflect across the dark waters of the Persian Gulf. And for a moment, the city appears exactly as it always has. Planes begin to reappear in the sky above the city, their navigation lights blinking slowly as they descend toward one of the busiest airports on Earth. But only days ago, the airspace above this city fell silent. Airports closed. Thousands of travelers were stranded inside hotels and terminals. And for the first time in years, the sense of absolute certainty that Dubai represented to the world began to crack. What happened here was more than a temporary disruption. It was a rare glimpse into how quickly global systems can unravel when conflict spills into the most connected places on Earth. As tensions escalated across the Middle East, the consequences reached a city that had built its identity on stability, luxury, and uninterrupted global travel. Now flights are returning, hotels are reopening fully, and the city is carefully stepping back toward normality. But beneath the surface of this recovery lies a deeper story about what the last few days revealed about the fragile balance that holds global hubs together. To understand what is unfolding in Dubai right now, we have to look deeper. We're starting with number 5. Number 5 is the moment the silence began in the skies. Dubai International Airport has long been a symbol of the modern world's connectivity. At almost any hour of the day, aircraft from dozens of countries fill its runways and air corridors. Millions of passengers pass through its terminals every month, connecting Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Americas through one single gateway. But when tensions erupted across the Gulf and reports of missile launches and drone strikes began spreading across the region, aviation authorities made a decision that would send shockwaves through the global travel system. Flights stopped. Airspace across large parts of the Middle East was suddenly restricted or closed entirely. Within hours, the skies that normally hummed with aircraft engines fell eerily quiet. Travelers inside the terminals looked up at departure boards as flights were delayed, cancelled, or diverted. For a city that prides itself on constant movement, the stillness felt deeply unsettling. Number 4 is the chaos that followed inside the city itself. As the airspace closure continued, thousands of travelers suddenly found themselves unable to leave. Hotels that normally operate with a steady flow of short-term visitors quickly became temporary shelters for stranded passengers from across the world. Tourists waiting for connecting flights watched the news unfold on their phones, while messages from airlines continued to change departure times again and again. Some travelers described the experience as surreal. Outside their hotel windows, Dubai's skyline still shimmered with luxury and calm. Yet beyond the city, reports of missile interceptions and military activity filled global headlines. The contrast was striking. A city known for its stability suddenly felt connected to the instability surrounding it in ways that few residents or visitors had expected. Number 3 is the slow return of movement. After days of uncertainty, aviation authorities and airlines began cautiously reopening routes through the region. Radar systems, air defense monitoring, and international coordination between aviation agencies worked around the clock to evaluate whether it was safe for commercial aircraft to resume operations. Gradually, a small number of flights were cleared to land and depart. The first aircraft to return to Dubai's runways carried not just passengers, but also a powerful signal to the world that the city was beginning to reconnect. Major carriers based in the region began restoring limited schedules, carefully navigating the still sensitive airspace of the Gulf. The sight of aircraft returning to the sky brought a sense of relief to travelers and businesses alike, yet the pace of recovery remained cautious. The aviation system had learned how quickly conditions could change. Number 2 is the deeper economic ripple spreading through the city. Dubai is far more than a tourist destination. It is one of the most important commercial crossroads in the world, linking global finance, logistics, and trade through its airports and ports. When flights stopped, those networks slowed dramatically. Cargo shipments that normally move through the city every hour were delayed. Precious metals, luxury goods, and high-value cargo, often transported by air, suddenly faced disruptions. International companies with offices in the city began adjusting operations, monitoring the situation carefully. Even as flights begin to return, the financial community understands that events like this leave a lasting impression. Investors and global businesses measure risk carefully, and moments of disruption can reshape how entire industries think about stability in the region. Before we reach number 1, take a moment to pause and consider the larger picture. If you're finding this exploration of Dubai's recent disruption and recovery interesting, share your thoughts in the comments about how you think global cities should prepare for events like this. And if you enjoy deep storytelling that explores the forces shaping our modern world, consider liking the video and subscribing to Deeper 5 so you don't miss the next story. Now we arrive at number 1. Number 1 is the quiet psychological shift that events like this create. Cities like Dubai are designed to project confidence. They represent modern infrastructure, international cooperation, and economic stability. For years, Dubai positioned itself as a place where the turbulence of regional politics rarely interrupted daily life. The towers continued rising, tourists continued arriving, and flights continued crossing the sky without interruption. But the events of these past days revealed something that many people had not fully considered before. Even the most advanced global hub cannot completely isolate itself from the geopolitical forces surrounding it. When tensions rise in the region, the effects ripple outward quickly. Airspace closes, flights stop, travelers wait, businesses pause, and for a brief moment, the illusion of complete insulation disappears. Tonight, aircraft once again approach Dubai International Airport, descending through the warm Gulf air as the city's lights stretch across the horizon. Passengers inside those planes may feel a sense of relief as they land, returning to a city that still represents opportunity, travel, and global connection. But the silence that once filled these skies only days ago remains a reminder of something deeper. Stability in the modern world is not simply built by architecture, wealth, or technology. It exists within a fragile balance of politics, security, and cooperation that stretches far beyond any single skyline. And as Dubai continues reopening its skies to the world, the memory of how quickly they once fell silent may linger longer than anyone expected.